Voilà.
Good morning to everyone, and I would like to thank you for coming in large numbers for my first press conference. Along with my family, we arrived to France in 1984, following a disagreement with back then Syrian President Hafez al-Assad, a difference that opposed the two brothers. We accepted. Rifat al-Assad accepted the invitation of President François Mitterrand, mainly because he loved France and he had trust in French justice. And he shared the same values that France cherishes. This is the reason why we are in France. Today, I am absolutely relaxed with regards to this affair of legitimately acquired assets. So I am here to respond to your questions.
From France 2, your father, according to your lawyer, bought in 1984 and 1986 properties that he owns here in Paris. Simple question, with whose money did he do it, and was it Syrian public money?
It is not Syrian public money in origin. Like I said, Rifat al-Assad was an opponent. He left Syria because he was part of the opposition. His political maneuver in the heart of the opposition would be larger in a country like France compared to a country like Syria. This is no secret. As of the moment of his arrival in Switzerland, before arriving to France, he receives financial support from his friends. His friends who supported him at that time and who keep supporting him today and who will support him tomorrow.
Who are his friends and what is the nature of their contribution and what is the nature of the funds?
So, the nature of the funds is the support of his friends, the friends of Rifat al-Assad who believe in his opposition movement. So while we conduct an opposition, while we conduct a movement that includes thousands of people, we need financial support. All opposition today in Europe and in France receive financial support.
Mr. Siwar Al-Assad, do you see this issue today as a political manipulation against your father, simply related to political stances?
It could be so, but I think that they are the organizations in question that want to have others talk about them. I think that would be more likely the case.
Your father, where is he at the moment and what state is he in?
He is extremely calm. He is between France and Switzerland. Today he is in Switzerland, for instance. He is preparing for the Geneva II conference, which will be held in November.
So will he be present during the conference?
Yes. Yes, of course. With a bit of everyone. The Russians, some Arab states, other opposition figures, those who engage in dialogue, of course.
Why isn't he here today?
Rifat al-Assad does not speak French, and he is very busy preparing for this peace conference.
And what is the situation now in Syria?
The situation in Syria ameliorates from day to day. As you know, the dismantling of chemical weapons is an extremely positive step. And we are approaching November 15th. Maybe a bit later. Finally, a peace conference where all opposition and the regime meet around one table and end up disputing.
How do you see things going?
I see a democratic transition. I think there will be democratic elections with international observers to check sound practice during elections. So I see a democratically elected president next year.
Do you demand the step-down of Bashar al-Assad?
As a movement, we think that President Bashar al-Assad should step down if the Syrian people decide it. There will be free and democratic elections.
Do you think he will leave?
I am sure he will leave if he lost the elections.
Are you sure there will be a peace conference or even elections?
Regarding the peace conference, I am sure the president will be going. As to going for the elections, I don't know. But if he wants to go, he will be free to do so, I think, like everyone else.
How do you judge the massacres there?
Which ones? In general? It's a tragedy. Extremely difficult to know who did what. All of us meeting here cannot determine it. We can only presume. So, I can't tell.
What do you think of the use of chemical weapons?
But this is extremely sad. I condemn it, of course. I condemn the use of chemical weapons. I condemn the massacres. But once again, it does not help to condemn. We have to try to stop all this. The only way to stop this is dialogue, without preconditions.
Would you move to Syria?
Part of my family, maybe, yes.
And yourself, for instance?
Living again in Syria, I think not, but visiting regularly a peaceful and democratic Syria, yes, absolutely.
Can you tell us about the UNDA party?
It's a party founded in 1984 at the time of the exile of Rifat Al-Assad. It's a political party that demands today the same reforms demanded in 1984, mainly a political, peaceful transition, and above all, gradual. We have a lot of party members in Syria, in Europe, and the US, and Latin America.
Your family owns an estate where the mayor of the commune explains that some individuals live as stables in terrible conditions. Could you tell us who lives there?
The people who live in what you call stables, some people refer to them. They're in fact old stables converted into apartments. These people could not stay in Syria. These are people who had to leave Syria in 1984 with Rifat Al-Assad, who had taken a stance at the time. These people could not stay in Syria. They are entirely under the auspices of our political movement. In what conditions? In conditions that are totally acceptable, yes.
How many people have moved to France in 1984?
In France, about 100.
Did they arrive in 1984 or later?
I would say half-half.
They were much more in 1984.
Yes, many have left. We will not do the trial of Transparency International and Sherpa. They are organizations that certainly have good ideas and sometimes even respectful ones. And they could, like everyone, be wrong, like in this case today. Anyway, what is important to know is that concerning our opposition movement and our battle in the opposition is for a better Syria. It's not up to Sherpa or Transparency International or all other associations in the world to weaken our battle, or otherwise weaken the same love we hold to France, our second home. What makes me so calm is the fact that I know the truth.